Bora, 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 bora. Não lembro o que eu tenho que fazer. Tem muita coisa pra fazer, né? Vamos lá, calma lá. O mistério. Descubra a motorista. Ah, Valer sobre cacatuas na livraria. Interrogue os justiceiros. Você ouvir. O que é Morel? Óleo. Assassinato. Liga de volta para Alice amanhã. A garotinha. Distintivo. Outra pessoa que tem acesso ao Whirling. Uma ação da Joyce. Tatuagens. Caminho, armadura. Ó, bota do enforcado. Mas o enforcado não tá na puta que pariu agora?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
Sei lá. Bom, eu acho que eu terminei na última procurando um motorista que transporta droga. Descobrimos que é uma mulher. Provavelmente é a mulher que tá com a minha arma.
Not the most popular topic. I'm not. People who've studied these things said that you and me, I suppose. Oh? Don't.
Você ainda tá aqui?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Esse cara com certeza trabalha com coisa, né? Trabalha com alguma coisa. Esse cara não é. Não é do sindicato. Ele é um ator. É um ator pago.
How can I help? You know, serious.
Nada novo com manhã, né? Vamos na livraria ler sobre a cacatua? Eu acho que é a missão mais fácil que eu posso fazer agora. Frite. Eu preciso achar $20 pra amanhã. O de hoje já tá pago. Mas o de amanhã eu preciso. Ah, eu vou ter que pagar a livraria. Tem mais alguma coisa, mulher, que me chama de cacatua?
The woman.
Receita de arda. É, menininha, tem alguma coisa nova pra falar? Não.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely
Oh, blood and violence, scantily clad women.
If you're a
novice of the series, I'd recommend
rows and rows of Heimdall, maybe 100. Not even close. Man from Heimdall in
Não
hell.
vou pagar, eu preciso do dinheiro pra pagar a coisa. Até que eu vou ter que comprar o da cacatua, né?
A small mountain of colorful.
Wonderful Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition. Don't be so
Quem iria
hard on
ter...
yourself, sir.
É verdade, quem vai querer ter feito comigo?
I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building.
And there's also books in a board game section. Who wants to read books? There's a box. That price is steep. But then it's the 3rd edition mega set.
Tá. Vou subir.
These shelves, a couple of spook novels hide amidst
Oh, you're a police officer.
Crimes
apparently.
sexuais.
You should buy all.
crime. These books, not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officers. You see, Dick Mullen on the job.
Montão de
The
Dick
killing
Mullen,
is
Dick Mullen.
declared. Dick Mullen in owner. Turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes, tragedy. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Your attempt to...
Oh, crime! You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy...
A sulfur-crested cockatoo. Turns out, you don't have beef.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Mano, eu vou roubar.
You wait for the storekeeper to be... It's quite a challenge, but... The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of famous people.
I would say...
Da
The greatest
Imaculado.
innocence. Yes, most certain. A very influential historical figure. The book is also very daring. Certainly.
Eu tenho que
You
vender.
feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal.
Eu não vou conseguir comprar.
Several
Sem grana.
maps look old and fake. This large ozone in the
Isso.
northeast, a dust you can on Caillou, Revachol. A single black star.
Da-da-da.
850 million people live on these little... The ocean connection stuff, you have little idea what they are. Perhaps they are gods. The north coast of
Revachol.
the Virgin Island is shattered by the... To the east, Huron. It's so small you
Da-da-da-da.
can't even see it on the map. It's not still. It's detailed.
I'm sorry, they're quite valuable. Though they might not look that old thing. From when
The place...
They didn't get that far. For some reason. A shame. The project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martin.
You peek at... You're now the proud owner of...
Mano.
This bookstore
Não vou
is
me
not
sentir mal. Eu preciso, senão vai me dar game over.
This bookstore is not strictly about...
Sir, please, no browsing in... I can't have you end up, like,
Amidst these three things, the point of the book, it serves platitudes,
Ah.
like wholeness. When it's up to your mind, the book features chapters on topics. There's even a chapter on the ancient...
Ok. Toda a coisa mais interessante sobre fascistas era a mágica dele.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking...
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for
Magisto, o que tá por
employees
trás dessas cortinas?
only. Now, please go back to browsing the book.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. This is a tradition. Inhabitants, aside from poking at it suspiciously, just
abrir as
as you're
cortinas.
about to pull apart the curtain,
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limit. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held.
she looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains?
Minha
Why
senhora,
can't
eu
they
sou
just buy
da
books
polícia.
like normal people?
Why? It's not like anyone would. I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't.
The curtains do seem
É sobre a
frail.
maldição?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees. I told you. Now, please step away from the curtains.
Não importa, você não pode me pedir.
No! Please just talk to me, officer.
Talking is always good. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang.
Vamos lá, vamos falar com ela. Minha senhora, o que você tá escondendo atrás dessas
Hello again,
cortinas?
esteemed officer, and welcome to... I already told you. It's just a storage room. Just let it go, officer.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role. She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
É só um depósito. Por que tem por que você tá tão tensa?
I'm just... Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined...
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and
Como
my
essa
constant
maldição
adventure
se
from the
manifesta?
curse that lurks.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here.
Cacodemons.
It's a pack of demons feeding off back. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence. As if I was unwanted here. Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get in.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Vamos lá.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Madame, eu vim ajudar. Eu já lidei com situações paranormais antes.
Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
Eu retornei do vazio. Um paradetetive de uma longa linhagem de paradetetives.
You look nothing like one.
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
Eu admito, eu tive meu quinhão de bebida, mas somente porque o reino espectral é parapsicologicamente exigente.
Here we go.
E seus amuletos me trouxeram aqui. O sangue semenês também corre em mim.
What, Simonese? Oh, it means our meeting. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help
Pergunte
us?
só ao meu
Keep her
parceiro
safe?
Kim. Ele vai atestar o que eu disse.
Certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you, ma'am.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Mão no seu coração, por minha
Thank you,
honra.
sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Claro, a entidade.
You
Você
have?
sente a presença.
The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chaminé.
Enormous. She has some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite.
What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be
Deixa eu ver algumas.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirit.
Você buscou a ajuda de alguém?
I've contacted numerous parasites. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the
Gente,
darkness
também é
that lies
parte dos
below.
amuletos.
This? No, it's a special Himian amulet. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell.
Desert pygmy shamans. That's
It's
Não,
not
disse,
good
cara.
to talk about the curse.
wow. Void raves. You have the woman looks aloof.
Bora. Mais um pensamento desbloqueado.
Socioeconomics.
Tá, esses outros eu não tô vendo. Vamos subir de nível em. Volição. Importante, eu acho. Calma.
Crinkled chew. You feel compelled to point
Canela
out
não
that
ajuda.
there's no... Can a used wrapper shrug? Seems like
Deixa eu
uniquely.
garantir.
A
Livro.
cockatoo is a parrot with an
Livro da
erectile
cacatua.
crest found on the Seminine Island. This book talks about the delicate nature of where to even begin. All cockatoos
Poderia
are
lidar
known
com
for
isso.
their need. Pet owners also. It is not recommended to get a cockatoo.
Sim, mas
if
também
you're
algo
not-
mais
you're right.
grandioso sobre as
Cockatoos
cacatuas.
are magnificent creatures. They love to perform. Ouch. Not great. Performing. This is a
Cacatua
yellowtail
fúnebre.
black cockatoo. It's perhaps
Major
the most, in the
majestoso.
words of poet-explorer Sir James Forney. Despite its banging name, the Bang Bang cockatoo is actually
Esse
the shyest
parece
of the species.
a
Common
cacatua
in
Bang
almost-
Bang.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you? You're right. You're the mediocrity embodied. This,
Tá bom.
the worn map, feet, your finger moves, finally.
For a more detailed view of the map,
Ótimo, agora eu tenho mapa. Ótimo. Puta que pariu, tem uma puta área do outro lado. Puta que pariu.
see a set of... You see a dimly lit room full of dust.
Fica calma, mulher.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. After exerting some force, you
Talvez
manage
você devesse entrar primeiro.
You're
Olha! Ui lá lá!
What is this place?
Eu acho que isso pode ser um clube de boxe para atleta jovem da
You're right.
TMT.
Though it looks like no one's been here. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
some specks of dust. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's no need to look for
Ah, esse estraga a graça.
A barbell, it's 60 kilograms. Your triceps, there are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it.
Que
then.
tipo de desgraçado tiraria
It
presilhas?
would be a violation of EPIS safety.
Eu não vou me esforçar pra essa porra, não. Aí vai lá e o jogo me trola. Ai, você tá lesionado agora. Ué,
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
entendi, quem? Precisa forçar a barra. Israel! Bateria de Ema? Ema, cada um com seus problemas.
This appears to be some kind of machine.
The radio computer. Just sitting here with...
This is the Ream Civic radio computer. Model.
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really...
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal. It's empty, like the filament you have would fit perfectly like a smooth drawer. The filament slides into place. A bar of the static.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de... Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader, that was a question. Good.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a...
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a moment.
Now, can you please? No.
A hint system is not part of the...
Still no. Received.
Don't worry. Passwords...
Fortress accident. Is there anything else? Fortress. One fortress.
That's not bad.
Esse jogo de rádio
Any
interativo.
other questions? Good. Received.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater. As now. Please, thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Nothing happens.
Calma, preso pra cá.
This old fireplace is covered in light. The whole thing resembles Cadran mosaic tiles. History classes, radio frequencies,
Obrigado.
it seems. UK unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? They must have had massive air width. Whoever decided a list of names, there's no...
My God. It's as if the less money they had. Exactly.
Nothing.
Então, galera
Your
jogando
flashlight
RPG
slides.
aqui.
Some of the writing has these large translucent welkins with organs. You should adopt one of the welkins, towering among its the hull door.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little... Some people really... This looks like concept art for a project.
Eles é um
It's not
supremacista Silphid.
political commentary. That one has a grid. Just look at those details.
The photo
Spots.
entire you see, albeit a pinned postcard reads. This
Chronograma.
it looks a bit like Minimi stands for a as time goes.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom, the handwriting.
Essas são
The
as-
full text reads.
Calma.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Parece um programa de
Não,
conta de
it's
inteligência.
Like he's
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games.
E esse era um jogo de RPG?
Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people,
super cool. Someone should give them millions of real
no idea. Through calling, then there's the game,
coordinating so many.
not to my knowledge.
Not.
But I don't think anyone has attempt. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality. But yes, okay.
Mais um pensamento, suicídio de Krav Maga. Eita. Tá, tem coisa lá pra baixo. Tem uma coisa que eu não interagi aqui, ó. Rael! Ai! Vamos, porra! Nossa, já é meio-dia. Ai, dói, Rael! É isso?
A thick layer of coal dust.
Looks like it. Looks like no one has used it in.
It's dark and the echo is.
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Muster all your dehydrate a lifetime of the chatter. Then again,
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer.
a lush. Maybe you could paint.
You're right.
Always has to be the skep. A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Que merda que eu fiz, né, mano?
You see, the bear looks oddly realistic. The lieutenant, a gust of freezing cold. The lieutenant takes a peek inside.
Relaxa.
Of course. Let's take a look.
The shelves are empty. All you pocket the note, and the little fridge magnets keep a friendly. The paper still smells.
Good question. I know. What is even...
The fridge, but
Calma, deixa eu ver.
the note is written with a blue.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best. Someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. That's a plausible hypothesis. It belongs inside a radio computer. Really? You don't have a thing? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. I don't know.
Pô, é um puro claro.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace. Color something.
Hello? Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come up.
You hear a low rumble.
After you, officer.
Ué.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
You're right.
Always has to be.
You're right.
Always has to. A lush. Maybe you.
Looks like it. No one has used it in ages.
Que ela acha? Já tem muita coisa aqui. Você, amigão?
Hello.
Amigora?
I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? So what kind of diary?
She's got a direct view to the backyard.
Yes,
Videos.
Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you. Then how did you get inside? By the southern... I'm another...
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress.
And I'm not sure.
It almost looks as if no falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice.
How did I... Some of my friends were role-playing, not the spec.
Some of those nice people have...
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. A normal polyhedron. Come on now. Ah, the weird.
Ice.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone. Cast. It's an.
Loving it.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else? Nothing really.
The lieutenant.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I... Well, there's always something going on in the... During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been...
She's heard of the murder, but...
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night. I might have. It's really hard to make any... It's an odd profession.
She not.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived...
Creative.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow? Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central Port. And then there is me. I've been here.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real? Exactly. Truth is always
Não tem maldição, a cidade que tá uma merda.
I'm glad we got this sorted out.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we could see.
More or less.
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
Yes.
A bit of experiment. It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
Me neither. I just wanted off. It wasn't merely a gym. It's a kind man from Zemsk. Kuno. Oh yeah. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid. It didn't.
It's not.
Eventually, the coalition took away. Oh, turns out. And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just lit. It's a sub.
Nothing changed.
Don't worry.
It's not easy catching those. You mean anything else? Do you? And you know, and naturally, oh the more. Really? Anyway. They were made. Honestly, I think it's the usual.
Men like that.
Sure, I have no.
They were just the props. Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait. Forget it.
Fortress, they were an interest.
That's understandable.
They certainly the usual. Well, I did. They seemed.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
That's what I. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce some. Still.
The result.
Anything else?
The
fabled Rever show, I see. The place.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
There was written by.
Sounds like Fritta does the same thing.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice.
Garotas adolescentes mal-humoradas.
I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends, and they already had the bed. Of course not. Eventually, Ravenshaw ICT lost the price war to its rival. Let's say 5,000. Maybe. He said it.
Sounds cool.
Megatherium.
Megatherium. A mega wild bee. It's an by telling you to do more drugs, mostly. Very good.
Drugs.
Anyway.
Little.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for. Oh, I think.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
You could say so.
If the Whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Doom commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Right, Maya.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
That's right. I haven't even written my name. It can't. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore. Oh, right. Trison, it used to.
It was. Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a
prank skin. Oh, the kids these days. Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work. But sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
You feel nothing.
Excuse me.
Officer.
And why would you do that? Oh, no.
A tool to get the zipper open?
Undressing.
Miss,
That doesn't really excuse it, does it?
Salvamento automático. 1h30 agora. Bola de arremesso de peso. Ah, isso leva pros velhos. Vamos lá. Presents.
You're alive and well. Yes, yes.
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
But what else did you find? Did anything
Eu
survive?
falei que o nome dela nem é, ela é uma artesã de dados originais.
Dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the I don't understand.
The narrative she's built herself. She's squeezing on the pendant. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Too many
Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything.
I'm not doing as... Yes, because her business consists of the site. I see that you... Thank you for nothing. Please.
There was never...
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am.
Vamos lá. O importante é que eu consegui, né? Vamos melhorar. Limiar da dor. Consigo melhorar mais um nível. Autoridade. Vamos tirar a lanterna da mão? Tá. E agora? Vamos lá pra baixo. Vocês ainda estão jogando aí? Não.
Yes?
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
See, René, I told you he was one of...
What is this? Are you mocking us?
Now. No need to get angry again, René. I'm sure
The best, huh? This isn't even a bull. But fine. I guess you did attempt to write your...
As Rene turns from two, a crown, it's the crown, the setting sun.
For bravery.
Bravura.
Sure. But I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this honor.
Whoa. Sounds like you're about to open the gates.
For doing...
He saved some muddy princeling.
It was on King Free. Alas.
Purple.
To keep the law.
Papa.
Smart. They let us come. I got shot. Then his...
It's painful to even think about.
I grabbed...
Captain.
The Bane.
When I came to... The Dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he did. He was the commander.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. The old carabiner.
What? And that...
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself.
May... Oh...
Do not speak of what you know nothing about. Bah!
Oh...
I'm not...
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any... But of course...
Vamos lá embaixo. Vamos lá embaixo. Ver o que tem lá embaixo. Vamos lá embaixo. Ver o que tem lá embaixo. Como que eu chego do outro lado? Você ainda tá aqui, amigão?
Good day to you, officers.
E ainda tá com esse salame?
A couple of this panel, nothing happens. Nothing happened. A spring brings the... Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on...
Amanhã é de quarta-feira, mas quando que é quarta-feira? Que dia é hoje? Eu não sei que dia é hoje. O jogo começou na segunda, hoje é terça? Não sei. Acho que só amanhã mesmo vou conseguir.
You like sunglasses, officer?
Ah, não vou ficar vendo isso não. Esse pá tá aqui meu distintivo.
Those UV...
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material. Wait!
No.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer.
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe.
É por enquanto. Precisamos achar um jeito de ir nos fundos da loja do... Dessa aqui, né? Do Twisting Whirling, alguma coisa. O que aparece aqui?
The tracks are as they have ever been. a bit more warm.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city. You are correct. I'm not...
You could follow the...
Tá, mas ó.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed.
Aí ele começou, veio pra cá. Veio pra cá. Mas aí não tem mais nada. Mistérios de Disco Elysium. Cadê o fusão do Kuno?
Fuck does Kuno care?
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your smelling.
You hear that? Totally.
You have no idea what to say now.
Kuno.
Chato pra caralho esse moleque. Não sei o que fazer. Não sei o que fazer. Prontinho. Olha lá, falta 3:33. Ai, a movimentação desse jogo é horrível, eu já falei isso.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more.
You are correct.
O Edil vai vir pra cá. Veio pra cá. Mas ele foi pra onde? Eu não sei. Eu não sei.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. The pretty...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
You mean these boobs? We all got a pair. Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that...
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility.
Não, vocês...
Shares electric.
Or send them to reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility.
Rest assured, lawman.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Ah, Elizabeth.
Don't let her lead the conversation.
Eu não preciso.
That's for the courts and leisure. What you...
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end.
Known him? We don't assume. Yeah!
Quiet.
By the Pine's cow, you mean Joyce Messier?
No. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say.
That's enough insinuation for today.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of
The kind that shows up when you start a strike.
A live grenade. Right.
I can't prove it, but I...
Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said...
Tá ficando interessante isso aqui.
Goddamn.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there. Sang...
We couldn't believe it either. But he fucking...
Sire, this is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Certo. Além de crimes contra o karaokê, o que ele fez realmente de errado?
He harassed women. Raped one.
From rape to harassment to threat. He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you did.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man.
Yeah, me and you.
There's something. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus.
Mas quem realizou o estupro então?
You're not getting the name.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hang.
Didn't they
The autopsy showed...
Yeah, that's what...
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
Por favor.
Titus is
Oi.
solid as a rock. And so are a few others. Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man. The least antsy, this little rat-faced fellow is solid. Him neither. Mostly...
Boa, Angus gordo.
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing.
Fuck off, Shanky.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a...
O que você sobrou na frente da vítima?
Samuran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of... He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no...
Onde toda essa lugar?
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
And
fuck you.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get...
Like what, Copper? Yeah, lawman.
It's almost an anthropological site.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from...
Look, Coppers, I know you think you're doing your job.
He doesn't actually want to hurt you. There's an easy way out of this. A self-deprecating joke.
Good one. You need to go cool off right now, Copper.
That won't be necessary. We'll...
Instrumento físico. Tá. Temos que falar com a Joyce então, né?
Can I help you?
The man ponders.
Bora lá atrás da Joyce.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Ai. Os botões desse jogo nem sempre funcionam, cara. É bizarro. A seleção é uma merda. Bora lá atrás da Joyce. Eu apertei, o boneco.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Sadly, what I can do for you, if word has traveled, yes.
One of the tall buildings overlooking...
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
Why, yes I am. Of course there are. Yes, we are.
Technically, the neighboring Ozo.
I have.
Actually, it's for
Neither is.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich. Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down. Before you do, it...
The boat is a pleasure craft. And my sloop.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little.
Of course there are. I mean.
Technically, she not.
Oh my. The E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of
Detective.
Then what does 33A? This old proletarian haunt.
She takes...
Okay.
Nothing happens for quite...
As they...
The thoughts happen inside.
It doesn't.
My.
Except he isn't.
Lieutenant, I truly don't...
I told you his methods are unconventional.
Oh, no. Officer,
What situation?
Of course. You have my full cooperation and the cooperation of the Wild Pines Group.
Ai, ai, ai. Então já se não falar nada. Aqui você tá lá em cima ainda? Tá.
Give me a moment.
Não tem nada pra falar. Tem nada pra falar.
Hello again, officers.
Tem nada aqui, né? Ararararaiá. Ararararaiá. Tem nada aqui. Não tem nada aqui.
The spread pattern of these more old bullet holes. You peer into the faded mark. Your chest feels tight looking at...
You okay there? Might be the after effects of your past escapades. Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably plenty. Yes? Excuse me? You have a... I hope you don't... They say...
Yes, but containers contain.
I don't know. Contain... What do you want to know? I'm afraid you don't know. I assumed you were better still than an imbecile cop. It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Well, I think the dispatch...
So, somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. The rows are Jean Vicmer.
Yes. I'm an... Well...
A common accounting gimmick used to inflate...
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not Martinez. Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of...
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
Really? It can't be that. Are you sure? Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 50. Just think about it for a second.
I've considered it. It would be... I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, I am the safe? So no, I don't think they sent you as a...
Porra. Eu não sei o que eu faço. Tem alguma coisa pra falar, ô filho da puta? Não, não sei. Ai. Puta que pariu! Eu tenho que falar lá com o grandão fascista, velho. Essa é real. Tô com a saúde meio debilitada. Vamos ver se a menina tem um diálogo novo.
Is this about the questions?
No.
Right to work. Right.
Vou falar com o grandão fascista. Tomar um pau dele.
Yeah, Measurehead. He's what?
Are you admiring? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. That is precisely. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from no.
Tá certo, eu sou alcoólatra, foda-se.
Remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Look at my craniology. You dominated. You will be super...
It is, babe.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough. We bring your troops to the cement. The walls will be lined.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize measure. Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little Easter. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Above all, rampant multinational finance.
É verdade, eu sou uma estrela do rock and roll e um rebelde.
Rock and roll is more. I am not surprised you enjoy it.
Quem são os Menezes?
I am a descendant.
Você não veio daí.
I have heard about. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
He will grant us...
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The
He does not so much as glance at...
Stop.
He had nothing to do with it.
Você não faz parte
I am not the first line of defense.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
Fine.
Interesting.
racist.
Welcome. He must...
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. You exhibit forward. It is important. This leads me. Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence. You must be out of your mind.
Your fist cracked.
The words to the...
You feel something in your chest. An unnatural pressure.
Eu acho que eu morri.
Very bad. All you cop suffers final heart.
Vai tomar no cu!